back, folks, to the Get a Grip on Life podcast. It's September 22nd in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, 2021. That's an important day. You can figure out why on your own. But before, I want to take this thing in a whole other direction. And the reason why is because I've been thinking about a lot of strange topics. And I want to put on the tin hat for a second. Let's put on the tin hat. I want to talk to you about colonialism. It's often thrown around. People talk about colonialism as if they know what they're talking about. But a lot of people don't really know what colonialism actually means. What it is when a culture or a society in one geographic location starts to be able to project power. And that power comes in the form of scientific advancements, cultural things that work good, and they start to proliferate. They start to spread. And they need to move away from where they are. There's like an internal outward pressure of this movement. And it starts to spread. And this is neither good nor bad. It's benign. It's a benign force. It goes back to the beginnings of who we are. But the way it works is this. You send people somewhere with superior scientific knowledge or an advantage of some kind. Gunpowder, say. Immunity to disease. Maybe it's a bunch of things. Most of the time, they don't even know what it is. And they go and start living somewhere else other than the place they came from. And they bring with them their ideas, their religions, their societies, their cultures. And incrementally, they begin to expand in that new space. That's called the United States of America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and a multitude of other places. The British did it best, or the British had the best system, one or the other. There were some unique things about the British style of colonialism, which involved not statements, but land use. So land use being the fundamental determination of whether something belonged to someone else or not. Not a statement by the king, but rather fences and farms, tilled fields, milked cows. This is how the expansion of British colonialism worked. It was the most effective one because it involved the generation of resources, money, cash, things to send back to the homeland, prestige, military honors, what have you. How would modern colonialism work? It's an interesting question. If you wanted to colonize another society, you would look at them and say, do we have superior technology? Is our science stronger than them? Do we have a disease that will infect them and not us? Can we create chaos between their people so they fight amongst themselves? Yeah. That's what colonists do. They look at the people that are there. And they say, how can we replace them? And take what they have. That's why colonization is very offensive when you actually understand it. It's about enriching one group over another, usually based on ethnic lines or some societal or cultural lines. And the question I would have is, are we seeing the modern day version of that? Are we in the first wave of a colonization? Something to think about. Tin hat on and all. This has been the Get a Grip on Life podcast. I'm going to start interviewing different people from multiple sides of the political spectrum. And I want to hear their ideas. What is it they want to talk about? What's original to them? What do they think they're bringing to the table as a politician, as a leader, mayor, a school trustee? What do you got? You towing some line so you can have some power? Or you want to make a difference? You want to make things better for people? Let's talk about it. Go to getagripstudios.com, getagriponlife.com. Look for Scotty, the producer. See what we can figure out. Thanks for listening.